similar or the same. If you don't like the new look, they can even kind of chip them up in the tumbler, make them look old and aged. Bottom line is they have all of the different rocks and blocks and anything you need for landscaping in your backyard. And they have the expertise. So you go to the showroom, look at what they have for you, and then talk to the guys about your ideas. Bring in your plans. They'll help you if you want to do it yourself. And also, for the outside of the house, they have all the brick veneers. If you want to add a whole new look to the outside of your house or even your fireplace, you go to the Concrete Service. Traverse City, West Front Street, west of Division, both sides of the street. They have the plant where they make the concrete blocks on one side and the sales room on the other side. Stop in today. The Concrete Service. All right, big news here a couple of weeks ago. I think it was a few weeks ago. We'll find out here. A guy out in his yard in Gaylord area has a camera outside, the Snowman Cam, and posts nice pictures on his website. It showed some deer eating bird seed that had fallen to the ground right by his bird feeder. Somebody told the DNR and he was busted. Ken Borton is his name. He's in the studio. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning, Ron.
You feel like a criminal, Ken.
Well, I have been feeling like a criminal until recently, I'll tell you.
Boy, it's funny. I think a lot of people do what you do. They have bird feeders, and if there are deer nearby, you can't really stop them from coming by. How many deer did you have on the photograph led to your ticket, right?
Right, yeah, exactly. There's a few deer that wander through. I don't think I've ever had more than maybe 4 or 5. Even in that case, it would be unusual. Usually one or two, and most of the time actually none. They only come in, when the snow's on the ground and they're starving.
And the idea the state has a ban on baiting and feeding for a reason. They don't want the deer to get chronic wasting or bovine TB together. But sometimes it's kind of hard to present. Now, somebody was talking about this case the other day, and they said, well, I'd like to see the size of this guy's bird feeder. Well, they could right on your website. But what is the bird feeder? Is it a normal bird feeder?
Right, it's a normal bird feeder. They're called no-no bird feeders. It's just a standard, actually it's kind of small. It's steel, has steel bottom and wire mesh, and then a locking top. So
probably get a lot of squirrels underneath there.
Exactly. Yeah, the squirrels also, try and get into them, that type of thing.
So what happened? Now, how did you find out that you were supposedly in violation of the law? What happened?
Well, back in December, the DNR came out and said they were getting some complaints and had to follow up on it, and they could see tracks, coming in from the woods to my feeder, and took some pictures and decided that I was intentionally baiting the deer, which
wow.
Obviously I wasn't. But
and they got the complaints via somebody who saw the picture you posted on your website?
That or the live video. I think they said that people were complaining to Lansing, assuming that I was feeding the deer, and so they were following up on that complaint.
So what, did you get like a traffic ticket, just kind of a ticket, or did you
well, it actually was a misdemeanor, $205, but the misdemeanor was the big thing for me. I didn't need anything on my record.
Yeah. Did you have to pay that, or what happened? You
No.
just decided to fight it?
Yeah, exactly. We decided to take it to court, and from there the judge decided that not only was I not guilty of what they accused me of doing, but she also decided to throw out the entire baiting ban. Based on its unconstitutionality.
And now people don't know what to do with that. And at least in your county, Otsego County, the judge's decision would be, as of today, I assume, would stand. But the DNRE has not commented on it, and the people in Lansing don't know what to do with this ruling either.
Right, yeah, and I never meant it to come to this, obviously. That was not my intention to begin with. I'm not, anti-baiting ban at all. I don't bait, and obviously if the DNR wildlife biologists feel you shouldn't bait, I'm all for that. So that was not my intention going into this. My intention was to just, get the ticket resolved.
Probably, I know, like if you're innocent just feeding the deer, the birds rather, and the seed falls to the ground, the deer know about a good thing, they come over to your bird feeder. There's not a lot you can do about that other than take the bird feeder away, and I don't know if, as a citizen, you're responsible. I think the judge, part of her ruling was there's nothing in the law that indicates you're supposed to do that.
Right.
But there are probably other people who throw out a bunch of carrots and say, oh, we're not feeding the deer, we're feeding the raccoons.
Sure, yeah,
people
exactly.
who try to get around it.
Yeah, no, it was pretty clear in the incident report from the conservation officer, he stated that there was nothing but black oil, sunflower seeds, and that's all that's out there. There's no sugar beets, there's no carrots, there's no apples, you know.
So you had to, you didn't have to pay the $205 fine, but did you get legal fees that you had to pay?
Oh yeah, I'll have, thousands wrapped up in this, the
Really?
easy way out would have been to just pay the $205, but again, I've never had anything on my record and I don't want anything on it. That's pretty important to me.
So you'll have to have thousands of dollars in legal fees.
Yeah.
Any chance you can't get them to pay it, huh?
No, I understand they have immunity, so.
Ooh, how about that?
Yeah, amazing.
All right, well, it'll be interesting. As a result, though, I think they're going to, one way or the other, have to firm up this law and they have to get new, specific language on this. So now, the other day, now, you have a web page called snowmancam.com.
Right.
Which Kimber has it up on the page now, and you can see there's no snow on the ground. It looks like, what's the snowman made out of? Is that wood?
Yeah, just a 3/4 inch plywood.
It's a little wood snowman there in the woods, and it looks like the bird feeder. Oh, he has a Red Wings jersey on.
Yes, he does.
Go Wings, all right.
I think you can just barely see the bird feeder up in the left-hand corner hanging.
Yeah.
It's suspended from a wire about 7 feet off the ground.
I have a bad resolution. What's the little guy in the middle
Oh,
there?
that's a goose, which also has a
right.
Red Wing cheerleader outfit on.
So now that's just fun. I mean, what do you post the photos every day of what's going on in your backyard?
People seem to enjoy it. I get little outfits sent to the goose from all over the world.
Really?
And, yeah, they love to see him with their little outfit. Like I said, right now he's got the Red Wing outfit, but I've got Michigan State outfits, Pistons outfits, Tiger outfits.
That's cool. And snowmancam.com. Now, there were bears in your backyard that Kimber saw yesterday, showed me pictures of.
Yeah, exactly. We get bear that come in. That the same thing. It's amazing. I know people have said, hey, he must be baiting the bear, but that's the last thing I want to do is bring bear in. The same thing. They love the sunflower seeds, and they'll come in. They'll climb up the trees. I've got a steel cable between trees, and I hang the feeders from those, and they'll just come up and tear it down. Which he did night before last, and I was out there yesterday morning repairing it all and putting it back up.
How do you get the shots? You have a camera hanging somewhere?
Yeah, there's a live cam mounted to the outside of my home there, which it is from Earth Cam.
Oh, look at that.
And
that's your backyard, what we're looking at?
No, that one isn't. That's okay. I'm not sure what that is. But I've seen things like that in my backyard. That could be my backyard.
We're looking at a bear right now scratching his back on a tree, but no, that's not your backyard there. It's other video that's running.
But my live cam originates out of New York. It's a company in New York called Earth Cam, and they provide the hosting and everything for the images.
So it's a video or still cam?
That's video. Well, the one on the left, when you go to my page, the one on the left is live. That's in constant motion. The one on the right, I upload that image every 2 minutes. That's just the
So that's what we're looking at on our screen right now is a live image.
Right, exactly. Yeah, if there was a squirrel or a turkey or something out there, you could see it, but most of the time it's pretty static.
Cool. Snowmancam.com. Just how'd that start off? Was that fun or?
Yeah, well, back in 2003, I'm originally from downstate, moved up to Gaylord for the snow. I love the snow, for skiing, snowmobiling, things like that. So I pointed the camera out the window just to kind of show my friends and family downstate that, hey, here's our snow, kind of a way to rub it in a little bit. And then from there in 2006, Earth Cam discovered me somehow and decided I was one of the 25 best webcams in the world, which was kind of shocking to me. And that's really when things started to take off. The exposure they gave me was just phenomenal. That's a video on my site. We're looking at now bear. In fact, if you brought the video up, that was last year during the playoffs when the Red Wings were playing.
So the video, again, that we're looking at, people can see it. They go to snowmancam.com. It looks like a little pond that you built.
Right.
And how does the camera know how to pick up movement or what to focus on?
That one, I'm actually filming out my kitchen window.
Wow.
I was, again, watching the Red Wings game. I got up to go to the refrigerator, and I looked out the kitchen window, and there it was in the pond.
So black bear, wow.
Yeah, black bear. And the site, snowmancam.com, if you click on the video section, there's dozens of videos. Last year, you'll see a mother with 3 cubs that spent most of the year there too, in and out. You'll see them actually tearing the feeders down. You'll see them climb the trees and actually walk off into the woods with my feeders. I lose. In fact, there you go, right there. There's a mother bear right there with her cubs. And yeah, I spend a lot of time playing hide and seek with them, going through the woods, looking for my feeders. Luckily,
they ever come up close to your house?
oh, they do. They scare pretty